It's the final hour, and St. Patrick's Day is only a few days away, meaning it is time for those last minute projects. Am I right or am I right? Right. That's where I come in. I've got the quickest project that you can make, and the best part is that there is a free pattern just for you. And you can find that in the link in the description box down below. So without further ado, let's get going. Welcome everyone to Amparo, Wonderland. Yes, this is a different setup. I didn't make it home, but I wanted to record something for you all because St. Patrick's Day is literally just a few days away. And so, let's go ahead and grab that free pattern that the link is down below, and let's start. Today's free pattern is this cute shamrock keychain, and it is super beginner friendly, and it's also worked up in minutes. So this is perfect for those last minute projects that you need. All you will need are 2 colored yarn. I'm going to be using my dark olive color and this cool jelly bean color. These are from I Love This Yarn. We need a darning needle. We need a 6.0 millimeter hook, scissors. You can have some stitch markers just in hand because they are your best friend. And of course, we need some key rings. This is the one that we will be using for our pattern today. Okay, my finger doesn't fit. Ooh. The struggles of having to do what you can. Anyway, I moved everything out of my way, and I have my 2 colored yarns here. My dark olive and jelly bean color. And the way we are going to start this is by doing a magic ring. So, ooh, there it goes. So, I do have a short that I will put up there at the top right corner for you, showing you how to create this magic ring. Now, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna work right into that magic ring, right in the center here. And the first thing though is that we're going to chain 3. So let's go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to do a triple crochet into your magic ring. So the way that works is that we yarn over twice. We go into the center of our magic ring. You yarn over, you pull up that loop, you yarn over and pull through 2 loops. You yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and then you yarn over once more and pull through the last 2 loops that are on your hook. And now you've made your first triple crochet, and this is what it looks like. It looks a little messy, but don't you worry. This is going to turn out really, really cute. The next stitch we gotta do is a half double crochet. And that's just as easy. You're going to yarn over once. Go right into that magic ring, and you're going to yarn over. You pull up that loop. So now you got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once, like that. Okay, so now you've got 2 stitches there. Technically it's 3 since we have our chain 3. The next stitch we're gonna do is another triple crochet. So yarn over twice, like that. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook. We're gonna go into the middle of that magic ring. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You yarn over again and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. And you've got another triple crochet right there. And then our last stitch for this first leaf is 3 chains, just like what we started with. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go into our magic ring and we're going to create a slip stitch. So put your hook in there, you're going to yarn over and pull that loop up, and then that same loop that you just pulled up, you're going to pull it through your back loop. So pull it right through there, like that. And you've got yourself a slip stitch. So I like to put my stitches and push them together like so that way it can create the leaf. And so that is your first leaf. And you're gonna do the same pattern. So it's 3 chains, a triple, a half double crochet, another triple, and then 3 chains. So let's go ahead and take care of our second leaf. We're going to go ahead and do 3 chains. So that's chain 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, go into that center of the magic ring, and then yarn over, pull up your loop. You've got 4 loops on there. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. And that is your triple crochet. Next is our half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the center of that magic ring, pull up your loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, all of them at once. And now you do another triple crochet. So yarn over twice, go into the center of the magic ring, yarn over and pull up that loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. You want to make sure that when you are yarning over that you do grab both of your yarns, because sometimes it can slip out of there and then you'll finish the stitch with just 1 yarn and you don't want that. So just double check yourself before you pull through anything that you do have both of your yarn colors in your stitches. Now we finished our triple crochet. That means that the next stitch is going to be 3 chains, because we're at the end of our leaf. That means 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do a slip stitch to finalize the leaf. So let's go ahead, go right into that magic ring, yarn over and pull up the loop, and you're gonna pull that loop right through the back loop back there, like that. And then just pull your stitches together to form that leaf, and now you've got 2 leaves from your shamrock. So go ahead and follow that pattern and create 2 more leaves, and that will finalize your shamrock with 4 leaves. Okay, so I went ahead and took care of my 4 leaves. So this is what it should look like right now. And what we're going to do is that we're going to pull our 2 ends, they're the shorter ends here, and that is going to close up your magic ring. So go ahead and take care of that and close your magic ring. Just pull on those 2 strands as hard as you can without ripping it, without snapping it. It shouldn't snap, but just be careful. And then after that, you're going to bring your stitch back here, and we're going to continue using our working yarn. We're going to chain 1. So it's going to be in the back here. I'll flip it just so you can see. You're going to yarn over and you're going to chain into that loop that you're working in already, like that. And this is what it should look like in the front. Alright, and now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and grab our scissors And make sure that you cut off a long length because you are going to be using this length to tie your key ring to it. So go ahead and take care of that cut. Boom. And now we're going to fasten off, meaning we're literally just going to pull this loop like this. And don't worry, you're fine. Just pull it right off just like so. And you are all set. And you have fastened off your piece and it is now ready to continue to be worked on. What we're going to do next is that we're going to weave in our shorter end into our shamrock in the back here. Okay, different lighting here. Sorry, it was getting dark, so I had to wait till the next day so we can finish up this cute shamrock keychain. Okay, so where we left off was that we are working in the back now, and we're going to be using our short strand, and we're going to use our darning needle, which is right over here. We're going to use our darning needle, and we're going to sew up right through here in the center part of our piece. So not the hole, because the hole is our magic ring circle, like the inside of it. The point of doing that is so that way your magic circle can get tighter and tighter, and it can secure all the threads, and that way your magic ring will not come undone while you're working on it or while you're finishing off with it. So let's go ahead and grab our shorter ends, which is the piece that you had pulled previously in order to close your circle. And you're gonna thread your yarn pieces into your darning needle. That's why it's good to have a darning needle that has a large hole, so that way you can fit the actual yarn into it. Go like that. And now we're going to go ahead and thread our yarn pieces. Go ahead and thread right in there. Don't be afraid, just stick it in there. And it works just like that. So see, it just went right in there. And just keep doing that. I'm having some trouble here because it seems like this is very thick yarn for some reason. But yes, just keep going around like that. And when you feel like it is secure enough, then you can stop going around and you can tighten it like that and make sure that it's good. And you know that it's tight enough. Just trust your gut as well. But you know it's tight enough when you're really having a hard time going around. I'm gonna end it here with this going around. If you have more, you go right ahead and keep going. To finish this off and really make sure that it's fastened well enough, what I like to do is that I take my long strand right here and I'm going to literally just make a knot right in there. Just a regular knot like this, like you're tying a shoe, and just tighten it. And you can do a double knot so it can really be secure. Go right in there like that, and there's your second knot. Now you can go ahead and cut off this shorter end, waiting for this to focus. You can go ahead and cut that shorter end right at the edge there, and that should be fine. Okay, that's going to be the back of your keychain, and that's what it will look like. It's not that noticeable because it is a thick yarn already, because you're using 2 worsted weight yarn. Now the next part is that we're going to attach our key ring, and I gotta find that. I'm so unorganized. I literally just had it. Here it is. It was hiding from me. So we've got our key ring here, and we're going to take our long length. You don't need it this long, honestly. This is a little too long, but just do it long enough so you can go around the end of the key ring multiple times, so that way it can actually tie up enough. So go ahead and grab your darning needle, and you're gonna thread those pieces into your darning needle just like you did previously. and you're closing the magic ring. Just go right in there. This is how I do it. I just press it against it, push like that. Now you can pick it out with your fingers. Just grab it, pull it up, and it's threaded in. It's a lot easier than when you have a regular needle. Okay, now we've got our shamrock here, and I'm gonna just fix the leaves a little bit just to make them a little more fluffy and organized and shaped like an actual shamrock. Oh, and keep in mind, you can use whatever colors you want here. I just used these two different greens. I just wanted to try different greens for fun. Okay, now we're going to grab our darning needle here, and on the back here, this is what it looks like with our long thread. I'm gonna poke right in here. It's literally just the top of it. I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna go through the other side as well. Right in there, hang on. Just poke right through, okay? And just pull it all the way through. You see this, I wanna show you this. So, as you can see, this piece that I'm pulling through, this is the one I'm pulling through. It's right in the middle of our loop here, this right here, as you can see, right? We don't want that, because if I keep going, this loop is gonna go down and is gonna make a knot into it. You can do that if you want, but for this purposes of the keychain, you do not want that. So I'm gonna pull my darning needle up this way, pull it out of the way, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull the thread through to finish it off. Now you've got a little spot here, and you're gonna go right in the middle here. This is the back of the keychain, if you can't tell. So we're putting our needle right through, right there, and I'm just gonna put it all the way through the front, just like that. Just pull it all the way through. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to grab our key ring, and I'm gonna thread my needle right in here, and I'm gonna put it right through. You may struggle a little depending on the size of your ring, but put it all the way to the very, very top of your ring here. Okay, so it should look a little like this, or a lot like this. Okay, so your key ring is at the bottom here, or at the top, whatever you want to call it. So at the bottom of your long thread, at the top of your shamrock. I'm gonna keep my ring a little bit higher, like this, so that way it can actually stay there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and thread right in the front here, and just put your darning needle right in there, and just push it through, and just pull it through the back, like this. Just pull it through. This is gonna get a little tangled, so make sure your threads, are in place, and you just pull it through. Just pull it, all the way like that. Okay, there you go. But see, it stayed far enough from my shamrock, and it's not super close. So that's perfect. Now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna thread back into that top, or that bottom hoop that you originally were in, right here, right in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put my darning needle in there and go thread it through again. Make sure you're not tying your shamrock in a knot like mine. Just put it right through there, just like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go around again, right through here. Right in there. And the point of this is that you're just trying to tie your key ring right into the shamrock as tight as you can. So I'm gonna go into this key ring one more time, but I'm going into the back. Okay, just like this. You may struggle, the more you do it, because the more yarn you're putting into that ring. And I'm gonna go right in there again, the same spot that I've been putting it in. Like that. Okay, and there you go. You have your key ring attached to your shamrock. Now we've got this left here, so what I like to do is that I like to weave it in, to make sure that it really does stay in place. So I'm going to go ahead and weave in where I weaved in previously, where our magic ring is over here in the center pieces. And you're just going to go all the way around. You're just going to keep going around. And this helps seal your magic ring even more, which is a plus. And you just go around and around and around. Okay, so I've got my shamrock here and I'm good with how I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fasten off my yarn. And what I like to do is that I like to stretch it out a little bit just to make sure that, you know, it does tighten, and then when you cut it, it kind of shrinks into the shamrock. So you want to cut up right at the edge here, right at the edge. Snap it off like that, and just make sure you're not grabbing the rest of your shamrock, because then, you know, you'll end up cutting your shamrock. And that's it. You've got your cute little shamrock keychain. This is the back of our shamrock, and this is the front. You can kind of tell the difference between the two because the front is a little cleaner, but it's not that huge of a difference, so do not worry. It still looks very, very cute. And that is all. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. I really appreciate you coming by every time for my videos, or if this is your first time here, thank you so much. You've made it. You've made it to the end. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Would you make it? This is, like I said, perfect for St. Patrick's Day, and when you're on a pinch, it's very, very easy to make out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It definitely helps out. And also, this video right over here, yes, this video is going to help you just as much as this video did for St. Patrick's Day project. So I will see you all there. Goodbye.